Hi there. Did you know that you can see our national debt in real time on usdebtclock.org? And you can actually watch how it's ticking up, ticking up, ticking up, and it is going up fast. We cannot stay on this path as a country or we will collapse. So, what can we do about it? Well, I'm going to share with you three things. First is that we need to own our role as the owners of the company. So, we, the people, own the country and we're in charge. And the government is literally our company. And then we hire those that we want to run it through elections. And then they appoint people who run the next level, who hire everybody else. And so then on a regular basis, we evaluate how are they doing. If they're doing a good job, we elect them again. And if they're not, we elect someone else. So our national debt is going up so fast because those people that we have hired to keep our company going, to be solvent, to be strong, to be capable of being passed to the next generation, they keep passing budgets that exceed the money that we're bringing in. Can you imagine owning any other business where the people that you have hired continually year after year pass budgets that exceed what you're able to bring in as revenue, and so constantly you're going more into debt? Obviously, that leads to collapse. We cannot stay on this path. The second thing that we can do is to understand where the money comes from to run our country. The last episode that I did, I talked about income tax and how it did not even exist for the first 150 years of our country. So where did the money come from to run everything? Well, amongst the other taxes that we pay, a big portion of the income that we got was from tariffs. Tariffs are brilliant. Like seriously, I had to teach this lesson to my kids' elementary school class. And when I went in there to teach it, I'm like, why don't we do this more? The thing that makes tariffs so brilliant is because essentially what we're doing is we're making other companies, other countries, I meant to say, pay to do business with us. So it's external funding of our business. But instead what we have done is tariffs don't really exist on the same level that they used to. And so now we are a self-funded government, self-funded company. Well, I used to own a brokerage, and there were times when we were profitable and we would be able to have money coming in, and then there were times when we were not, and I had to write checks to keep our business afloat. Some of those checks I had to write were vomit-worthy quantities of money, and right now that's what we're doing. We're writing, each of us, vomit-worthy checks to be able to fund this company with people that we have hired who are being irresponsible in their responsibilities of handling the money for us. So, and by the way, here's just like a quick little side note, is first of all, that's completely out of alignment with our Constitution to have the amount of money, to have our budget constantly be in flux. Secondly, jobs report came out today, November 1st. I don't know when you're going to watch this, but November 1st, 2024, there were 40,000 government jobs added. That means we have to pay more money than we were paying before. And the private sector lost 28,000 jobs. So that was basically a 68,000 job swing, between adding to here and taking from here. So this is costing us more. This is going to not be paying in to our income tax revenue. It's mind-boggling to me that our government did that as well, because every company, when they're in a deficit, they don't hire more employees. Duh. All right. So the third thing that we can address is to understand our budget. The budget that our employees have passed is $6.75 trillion. And before I even go on, I just want to make sure that we're on the same page. This is not sustainable. We either have to figure out a way to bring in more money, we have to figure out a way to spend less, ideally both. And the third way, which almost seems like it's been being done on purpose, is that we inflate our way out of it. We crush our own company, we crush our own dollars, our own currency, United States currency, through inflation, and that's another way to take care of the debt. It's painful, it's horrible, I can't even imagine what it would be like if that's what we end up going through, and I hope we don't. So, knowing that, one of the presidential candidates wants to increase our entitlements a ton. What that's going to do is it's also going to increase our budget. And when she was asked, how are you going to pay for these? She said, well, I'm going to make the rich pay their fair share. I'm going to make them pay for it. Let's go into that for just 1 minute. Did you know that if we taxed the top 1% earners every single penny that they earn, which by the way, that's the quickest way to disincentivize people to work hard and to put a lot of risk out there. But let's just assume that we did. We took the top 1%, that's everybody earning $682,000 or more. We made them pay every single penny that they earned as taxes, 100% tax rate. That would give us $2.75 trillion. Now, our budget deficit is $1.8 trillion per year. So let's assume that we want to do even better and we want to tax the top 5% of earners. That's everyone earning $220,000 or more per year. We tax them at 100%. And obviously, it's kind of being silly because nobody's going to be able to go for that. But that would give us $4.75 trillion. And if we tax them at 50%, then that's what, it'd be 2.375, something like that. $1 trillion, not even close to enough. So that's not really an option to have it be sustainable. And like I mentioned in the previous episode, tax decreases stimulate the economy. They cause, statistically, historically, over and over again, we have proof that it boosts the economy, and that tax hikes do the opposite. It would actually hurt our economy, which hurts the poor the most. The other candidate has a different proposal to get our budget in line. He has stated that he is going to create a new position called the Secretary of Cost Cutting. And he has asked Elon Musk to take that position, and he has accepted. And that's, of course, if he gets elected. Elon Musk is undoubtedly one of the most brilliant men of ever. And for him to be able to take that position, he said he could have our budget balanced within months. That's phenomenal. When I was a kid and I learned just how much debt we're in as a country, it made me sick. And it's something that I just like to pretend doesn't exist because I had no hope at all. How could we ever get out of this mess that we've put ourselves into as a country and that we continue to worsen every single year as a country? And to hear that we have a plan that within months of getting elected, we could have a balanced budget for the first time and change the trajectory of our country. And so for those reasons, when it comes to the financial points, my vote goes for Donald Trump and his administration, and especially Elon Musk in that position. Thank you.